disobey. You'd never leave your one best friend. I feel very lonely when you're gone, so please don't take too long, my best buddy. I'll always be here waiting just for you, and I always together.
Tes 1, 2, 3 tes. Oke guys, welcome back again to Anakmaganggaming livestream ya. Tadi mati lampu ya. Mati lampu dan yap seperti itu ya. Jadinya gua harus end stream dan gua lanjutkan lagi nih ya. Oke. Nanti FYI untuk semuanya yang nonton gua di Antels, jadwalnya akan gua majukan ke jam 7 ya. Karena jadinya bentrok tuh ya. Oke. Kita lanjutkan lagi guys ya. Welcome Bapak Frederick ya. Welcome back Pak. Ya ampun. Gila banget ya. Sebentar ya. Oke, kita recap sebentar ya. Kita recap sebentar guys. Jadi ceritanya ini plot twist yang tadi ya. Si Akechi itu jahat ya. Jadi si Akechi itu yang berkhianat ya. Dia yang kecepuin Phantom Thief supaya Phantom Thief ketangkep dan akhirnya dia matiin leadernya yaitu kita ya. Jadi plannya dia itu dan dia bersekongkol dengan si botak ya. Si botak Sido itu ya, yang politisi yang pertama itu ya. Nah, jadi sekarang kita Uno reverse card dan kita membohongi dia dengan memakai rencana kita sendiri ya. Jadi kita masuk ke good ending ya. Kita masuk ke good endingnya guys. Oke, kita lanjutkan ya. Tadi terakhir sampai detik ini ya. Halo Pak, halo Bapak Dukun Komi, welcome ya. Nanti gua di Antels dimajukan ke jam 7 ya Pak. Soalnya bentrok tuh ya. Ini kita paling sebentar aja ya. Halo Bapak Atuy juga, welcome ya. Kupikir bakal mati listrik berhari-hari. Waduh, kalau berhari-hari sih udah gila ya. Oke, kita lanjut ya.
This game is not over yet.
Nah, si Igor ini juga bilang ya kalau permainannya belum berakhir katanya ya. Jadi
There
kita
are
akan
still
lihat.
things that must be done.
Jadi si Joker ini kayak apa ya? Kayak agak sedikit amnesia gitu ya. Nah ini plot twistnya guys. Ini plot twistnya ya. What the F? Wow, what? Anjrit. All according to Keikaku. All according to Keikaku ya. Lah, gila. Baru disuruh save anjay lah. Kampret, Pak. Oke. Wah, gila. Harusnya tadi itu loh ya. Harusnya tadi berakhirnya di situ, guys. Ya ampun. Gila ya. Ya udah ya, kita lanjutin sampai 30 menit dulu ya. Gue pengen tahu semuanya. Ya ampun, tanggung banget, Pak. Nih ya.
Hey, are you all right? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination.
Lah,
Are you listening?
seru loh, mati listrik berasa hidup di
We
zaman
need to talk about
apokalips.
how to get out of
Ah,
this
gila.
situation.
Bukan apokalips, Pak, di zaman batu anjir. Bukan apokalips ya. Kalau apokalips seru, Pak. Kalau zaman batu ya boring sampai mati ya.
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely
Oh, iya,
different
benar ya.
level than just that.
Mereka semua dibilangin nih sama kita sama Morgana ya. Kalau si Akechi itu ada udang di bak batu ya.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
Oh shit. Jadi dia black mask. Dia black mask ya. Si Akechi itu black mask ya.
His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves
Tuh, ya kan?
and kill him.
Tuh. Dia mau bantu kita itu sebagai rencana terakhir dia ya, untuk tangkap Phantom Thief sama matiin kita Joker ya.
If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
Oh.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine.
Gila.
Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
Udah kayak ini ya.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible.
Gila, Pak.
He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Bang, jangan lupa istirahat, persiapan jam 18 lagi. Enggak, Pak. Gua di antasnya kita majukan ke jam 7 ya. Gua di antasnya kita majukan ke jam 7 ya. Gua udah bilang di community post ya.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
Bentar.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
Tuh kan? Iya ya. Dia yang
And
matiin
he
Okumura
told us
juga
he
ya.
had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
Dia kasih tahu kita kalau dia tahu true culpritnya, ternyata itu dia sendiri ya. Nah, ini jam 7. Iya, Pak, jam 7 ya.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all.
Iya. Jadi si Akechi itu cuman kaki tangannya si Shido ya. Dia kaki tangannya si Shido doang itu.
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Gila.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
Si botak.
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
Botak.
I think that will be the
Selama
case
ini si botak
eventually,
mastermind ya.
regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Nah, itu ya. Jadi kalau misalkan dia tahu rencananya akan gagal, dia pasti akan cari rencana lain dan matiin kita juga ya.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard suggestion.
Jadinya Phantom Thief satu-satunya rencana adalah lay low sampai mereka nggak tahu, langsung dijebret ya. Pada soal langganan Theo Nightbot. Lah, Bapak kena
If we
Theo
go
lagi,
into
Pak.
the palace like we're told,
Walah.
he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Kebanyakan simbol ya.
Palace. The palace.
Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage.
Wah,
What's this all of a sudden?
itu ya ruang
There's
interogasinya.
a way.
Ya. Ruang interogasinya dijadiin ini guys, dijadiin metaverse ya.
A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Wah, anjir. Gila plannya. Jadi kita kayak siapin itu ya. Siapin versi kognitifnya si Joker ya. Jadinya dia percaya kalau dia udah matiin Joker gitu ya. Maksudnya sama
Yeah,
vodka di
that's it.
Theo mulu.
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Si Makoto punya rencana tuh ya.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent.
Wah, anjir. Lo stream lagi, iya Pak. Karena tadi tanggung ya. Jadinya ntar gua diantel, gua majuin ke jam 7 ya.
However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs.
Go tell him to come on down.
Wah, anjir, Sojiro juga
I'm gonna
tahu
fetch
nih.
him.
Sojiro juga tahu ya. Ada murid kesayangan Aizen.
You're her sister, correct?
Kecewa lah. Jangan kecewa ya, Pak ya.
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Wah, anjir. Kita
Look
jadinya
who's here.
ini ya sama si saya ya. Wah, anjir, Pak.
Hey, you big bastard.
Pada kangen ya sama Joker ya. Tega kamu meninggalkan gue saya, waduh.
How have you been?
Keluar lagi Bapak Simzi. How you been? Ghostly. Ghostly.
You're not floating.
Oh no, leadernya kesini. Saya ingin kena gendong Red.
It truly is a relief to see her face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you
Waduh.
pull this off?
Ini kalau si Akechi tahu kita nggak mati gimana tuh ya ekspresi dia? Langsung jadi Light Yagami dia.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
Saya sendiri kenapa buatmu sampah dan kuburan seperti itu?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a
Walah,
heart
dikirim pakai
attack.
taksi, Pak. Si Joker dikirim pakai taksi ya.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Wah.
Hold on a sec.
Sojiro bingung nih. Sojiro
Enemy?
bingung nih.
Fake? What are you talking about?
Sojiro udah bingung ngabis nih anjir.
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yes.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Jangan lupa habiskan tiket PVP ya demi LP. Anjir. Kok demi LP, Pak? Wah, di Guild Trip ya. Berarti kalau gua ngabisin PVP, LP nangis ya.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That
Nggak
wasn't
bisa ya.
something we could simply bring up.
Kita nggak bisa langsung ngefitnah si Akechi begitu ya. Belum ada bukti yang jelas. Mati listrik ya, Bang? Iya, Pak. Sekarang kita lanjut lagi ya. Sebentar aja ya.
We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit.
Iya kan? Masalahnya nggak ada yang ngekira ya kalau si Akechi itu penjahat sebenarnya.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Sojiro udah bingung ngabis ya.
Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
Iya.
You mean a cat?
Lebih bingung lagi anjir.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sojiro udah kayak kambing cong ya anjir, bingung deh.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
Iya.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Wah anjir. Ini
When
ya
we
tuh.
talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Tuh, tiba-tiba dia muncul
Oh,
ya.
am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Kena jebak dia anjir. Yang ngomong pancake tuh Morgana anjir. Mereka nggak ada yang ngomong pancake tuh ya. Yang ngomong pancake Morgana, Pak. Dia langsung ngomong pancake. Ya ampun.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
Iya, jadi dia tuh udah dari awal tuh udah ngebututin kita, Pak.
And
Sumpah.
since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
Mampus.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it though.
Oh, itu Pak, yang pas sebelum kita masuk palace-nya Sae, kan si Futaba kan langsung rebut itu kan HP-nya si Akechi kan. Nah itu disadap ya, HP-nya disadap sama Futaba ya.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
Itu ya,
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
itu ya. Yang Futaba alasannya katanya HP-nya ini apa? Dia pengen HP-nya Akechi itu ya. Pengen beli HP-nya Akechi gitu kan. Padahal enggak, Pak, itu disadap ya.
It was just an act. After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the phantom thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment.
Lah MC revive-nya diapain? Ini Pak, jadi gini loh. Di ruang interogasi itu ada 2 ruangan, ngerti gak? Ada ruangan yang asli, sama ada ruangan yang metaverse. Nah si Akechi masuknya ke ruangan metaverse. Ya, Akechi masuknya ke ruangan metaverse, Pak. Sedangkan si Sae masuknya ke ruangan asli. Gitu ya. Dan si Akechi bisa masuk metaverse karena dikasih lihat HP. Dikasih lihat HP-nya yang udah kita set ya.
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will
Jadi
be
Joker
simple.
yang asli itu nggak kenapa-napa gitu loh. Nah iya, jadi yang dia matiin itu versi kognitifnya si Joker di metaverse ya, bukan Joker yang asli. Mampus ya, kena ini ya,
Is this for real?
kena Uno reverse card
the
ya.
guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Oh iya kan?
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall
Iya kan?
end his own
Jadi dia
life.
rencananya gitu ya, kayak seolah-olah si Joker itu bunuh diri gitu ya.
When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil.
Waduh, gila. Ternyata dia sama si Hido itu mau terlihat seperti pahlawan ya.
I knew
Gila.
he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an
Pantes penjaganya
assassination
hidup
in the
lagi, iya,
police
Pak.
station.
Jadi dari awal tuh penjaganya sama si Joker tuh nggak pernah mati ya. Nggak pernah mati tuh, Pak.
That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
Oke. Nice,
We baited
Keikaku.
Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
Bang, katanya emang masih di develop oleh Miyoyo, tapi grafiknya bakal utamain sama-sama di HP. Cuma dengannya tidak prioritas, jadi santai gitu. Walah. Berarti sekitar 5 tahun lagi ya baru masuk Switch ya.
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Oh, kenapa mereka pakai palace-nya saya jadi metaverse? Karena si saya itu kognitifnya kan ini ruang pengadilan itu, Pak, ya. Ruang pengadilan di mana gini loh. Sebelahnya itu kantor polisi ya. Nah, kantor polisi itu kan ada interogasi room tuh. Nah, itu di bawahnya ya. Real coy.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
10 tahun lagi mungkin, nah udah. Keburu punya anak gue. Anak gue ntar yang main Genshin Impact ya. Bukan gue ya. Anak gue yang main Genshin Impact, bukan gue. Heroet sama V2 bedanya apa dah? Lebih gede dikit doang. Bukan lebih gede,
We
apa?
came in from the station without even noticing.
Layarnya V2 itu kan ada frame-nya tuh. Nah, kalau di OLED frame-nya nggak ada ya. Jadi layarnya full layar ya. Jadi nggak ada frame-nya lagi tuh. Langsung full layar ya. But kamu sida apa? We came in from the scene without noticing.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi.
Jadi di OLED juga layarnya tetap ada garis-garisnya. Enggak sih harusnya. Enggak tahu deh. Anakmu main game apa namanya? Cota enggak.
But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
Pancake guys, seorang pengkhianat ya, Pak. Sumpah.
And regarding its location, I take it
Allah,
you used the
memang dia.
data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Mungkin si Akechi ini ya. Dia pikir yang ngomong pancake tuh si An ya. Si An sama Ryuji sama kita bingung gitu kan. Hah? Kapan kita ngomong pancake anjir? Orang yang ngomong pancake Morgana anjir.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Walah, nggak ganti ya bajunya.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Morgana
Once we heard
bilang,
that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
Black. Gue bahkan sebelumnya nggak sadar loh ya. Gue sebelumnya nggak sadar loh. Kalau si Akechi itu bisa dengar Morgana ya, gue nggak sadar loh. Sumpah. Makanya gue ini ya, pas pertama kali sini itu gue bingung. Kok tiba-tiba dia ngomongin pancake anjir, apa urusannya gitu kan.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Tuh ya. Jadi kognitif replika yang sangat sempurna. Sampai kelihatannya tuh kayak nggak ada cacatnya tuh ya.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Iya.
They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping
Si
Akechi in the
Akechi
dark.
kena. Akechi udah kayak ini, ibaratnya kayak kena tangkap basah gitu ya.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Walah. Jadi,
Except that was all an act.
oh my god.
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Oh alah. Briefcase yang si Yusuke sama Ryuji ambil itu palsu, Pak. Itu palsu. Itu palsu, coy.
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
Oh alah.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Aduh.
Him
Gila,
getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned.
Intinya si Akechi tuh di ini tau gak? Di bait sama di ini ya. Di apa? Di ini loh. Di pengalihan isu gitu ya. Sampai dia
And
benar-benar
I
nggak
have been
fokus ya.
interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation
Itu
room?
pakai itu ya, pakai aplikasi
All
itu
I
HP.
needed were the coordinates.
She used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Oh alah.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Joker yang asli mah tinggal gini-gini doang udah. Di ruangan yang asli ya, tinggal gini-gini doang udah deh. Gimana di sana, Pak? Hujan mulu kah? Nggak tahu ya, belum cek gua.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
Di sini berasa hidup di Amagakuren.
So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world
Tuh,
as well.
ya kan? Jadinya dengan si Sae ngikutin advice-nya si Futaba ya, dia bisa bantu kita ya jadinya.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Nah tuh, jadinya itu adalah cara dia ini loh, supaya terhindar dari itu Pak, dari Akechi juga ya, biar nggak ketemu Akechi ya.
Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Gila.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
Iya, tanpa si Sae kita rencana ini nggak akan bekerja ya.
That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
Nah itu.
We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Don't remember drugs.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
Ini tuh kayak ini Pak. Plan ini ya mengingatkan gue dengan plannya si Light Yagami tuh ya. Yang pas dia amnesia, terus saat dia megang notebooknya lagi, semua memorinya langsung masuk lagi tuh ya. Bangke doang. Itu seru banget tuh ya. I am a ghost.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Benar.
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
Lu milihnya Ghostly kan? Iya, Ghostly tadi ya. Duh, saya sungguh menggoda. Wah.
That coroner didn't take
Kumat
one look at the
lagi.
scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Mereka cuman pastiin si Ren mati doang ya, nggak dicek lagi ya.
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide
Paham, Pak.
during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
Mana tahan.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Iya.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him.
Iya, diinterogasi si Joker di ini ya. Di babat habis, Pak, babak belur ya.
Callous use
Halo,
of
halo,
violence
Bapak Katsu.
and even drugs
Ini kita
is
cuma
utterly
stream ini ya.
abnormal.
Kita cuma stream sebentar, Pak. Karena tadinya mati lampu ya. Baru balik dari sekolah nih, waduh.
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Stream mati lampu, padahal lagi seru-serunya. Iya, Pak. Gue tadi udah kesel banget ya, gue udah gila, parah. It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
Oh alah, ini ya. Jadi semuanya member Phantom TV ini ya. Pas dengar berita itu mereka udah deg-degan tuh ya. Dan mereka udah hidup seperti biasa lah ya.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Walah,
Can it,
pantas iya, Pak.
cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Semuanya
Now that
pada
I think about
khawatir
it, my
tuh ya.
interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Kata saya katanya ini ya, percuma aja gue interogasi si Joker, si Ren ya. Kalau ujung-ujungnya dia mati katanya. Buat apa anjir? Gak berguna jadi.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Si saya akan ngasih kita ya dari sekarang ya. Mantap.
You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
Gila. Gua nggak ini loh. Gua nggak expect bisa begitu ya. Jadinya si saya yang menolong kita, si Akechi yang jadi bangkainya ya. Sumpah.
I'll do whatever
Gila,
I can
Pak.
to help too. Just let me know.
Lu milih siapa bang? Kata cewek di persona ini. Kalau di gameplay kali ini gue kami ya, yang jadi yang jadi ini gue ya, yang jadi waifu gue.
Let's take a break for now, though.
Tapi
His
kalau
old brain is pooped.
nanti di gameplay selanjutnya, kemungkinan gue akan ini ya, akan semua. Oh iya, tapi ini ya, tetap top tier waifu di Persona 5 Kasumi, nggak ada lagi yang lain ya. Menurut gue nggak ada lagi tuh. Persona 5 Royal ya maksudnya.
Oh,
Gila,
and feel
Kasumi
free to
perfect
use the
banget,
first
Pak.
floor when you
Parah,
guys
Pak.
want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
Wah, anjir.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Si Sojiro ini ya, Soji bro banget ya. Dia nge-cover tempat kita loh. Gila loh.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Gila. Mantap cuy. Ah, ini nih. Si Om Botak ya. Ini nih. Biang kerok dibalik biang kerok semuanya ya ini ya. Dia nih ya.
That sounds familiar.
Dia yang nyuruh Akechi. Dia yang nge-frame si Ren dari awal game ya. Terus sekarang dia yang rencana matiin si Joker juga, gila Pak. Kasumi gak ada event Christmasnya sih, padahal ending juga ada hubungannya sama Kasumi. Ingat kan Fast Furious yang kemarin, iya ingat Pak. Bayangin Joker keluar terus teriak, aku masih hidup. Waduh, ketar-ketir tuh semuanya langsung ya.
It's me, Akashi.
Makanya ini seru banget nih. Abis ini akan seru banget ya. Abis ini akan seru banget guys. Sumpah.
That's the death
Wajir.
certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Anjir, direktur yang SIU itu ya. Dibilangnya stroke ya, anjir lah.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
Anjir.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Ternyata si Shido ini dia mau menang eleksi Pak. Dia mau menangkan eleksi ya. Jadi Perdana Menteri Jepang ya. Gila.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Wah. Gila.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives.
Nanti tahu-tahu pas Joker ini aja, Joker ngincer dia, mampus ya.
Discussion
Kaget
is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Semua publik ya, sama netizen seluruh Jepang ya, taunya Phantom TV itu udah ini ya, udah hancur, udah bubar, leadernya udah mati, udah. Mereka taunya gitu aja.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all
Nah
this?
itu dia.
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He
Oh,
said Shido-san.
Shido.
Shido.
Iya.
Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Masayoshi Shido ya.
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
Oh itu speech-nya dia Pak, yang pas Phantom Thief kena ini ya fitnah ya, itu yang ngomong di loudspeaker tuh dia ya.
It's certainly
Si Shido itu
possible
ya.
that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns.
Nah, dia akan mendapatkan profit tuh ya dari kerusakan yang ini ya, yang apa dari ini ya, seluruh kabinet yang terkena psychotic breakdown ya.
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Ada sebuah kejutan atau fakta baru Ryuji. For real?
No.
Udah jadi signature dia.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Wah, gila.
If he
gila.
is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
Udah jadi signature VA-nya malah. Iya.
What is the matter?
Si itu ya, siapa namanya? Max Mittelman ya.
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Walah, si Sojiro juga pernah berurusan loh sama si Shido itu ya.
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Tuh, yang ngambil material dan researchnya si Wakaba tuh Shido ya.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
Nah, kalau si Wakaba mati kena mental breakdown, sudah pasti Akechi. Jadi semuanya tuh ulah si Om Botak gitu ya.
But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
Ya, Max
You guys
Mittelman.
would have definitely gone after him if I had.
Oh, si Sojiro nggak kasih tahu kita soalnya ini ya. Dia takutnya kita ngincer dia nih. Oke.
He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Oh, Sojiro ini ya tahu ya. Kalau orang-orang yang berurusan sama Shido pasti disingkirin semua ya. Diamanin gitu ya.
Originally, I was looking into the mental
Udah kayak
shutdown
orde lama,
cases.
Pak. Udah kayak orde lama ya.
It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Gila. Semuanya
Way back
terkoneksi
when,
itu ya.
Shido kept saying he was going to be prime minister one day.
Tapi
Nobody
emang
believed
karir
him,
Max
though.
Mittelman juga sempat naik ke gara dia voice director Yuji. Iyalah, jelas ya.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister?
Waduh.
What about the world?
Kalau si Shido jadi prime minister gawat ya. Perang, Mbak.
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Dia mau jadi ini ya. Shido itu mau jadi semacam ini loh. Jadi tiran ya, diktator ya.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Dia mau jadi diktator, guys.
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister.
Wah, anjir ada, Pak.
Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
Kita masih nggak tahu ya tentang kehidupan dia.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Politicians frequent. Apa ya? Gedong. The Diet Building. Iya, Diet Building ya. Diet Building ya. Wah, bener, Pak, Diet Building ya.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the diet building?
Itu ya, Diet Building ya.
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
What about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win
Wah.
this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th.
Oh, sebelum
That means
ini ya.
we need it done by the
Sebelum
17th.
hari pemilihan ya, hari eleksi ya. Di Desember tanggal 18. Oke.
It's best we hurry before
Deh,
they
Bang, gua
discover
dulu.
there's no
Oke,
body in the
Bapak
morgue.
Ikan welcome ini ya. Terima kasih sudah tunin ke live stream ini ya.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show
Yeah.
up if you're supposed to be dead.
Kita nggak bisa ke sekolah ya.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? this whole thing would be for nothing.
Wah, berarti kita harus dileblang terus ya. Kita harus
What do
terus
you mean?
dileblang ya.
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time.
Jadi si Shido itu pengen ini ya. Pengen jadiin Phantom Thief kambing hitamnya tuh. Ya.
He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassination. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll
Wah,
say
anjir.
he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Wah.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed.
Jadi
What
polisi sama
frightening
semua
teenagers.
kiranya Phantom Thief itu udah bubar ya. Dan leadernya udah mati.
But the true battle has
Padahal
only just
enggak.
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Oke.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
Si Shido ini ya. Pertama dia nggak percaya tentang cognitive science itu ya. Pas dia dapat research si Wakaba ya. Dia jadi ini ya, tahu ya dia.
I made those troublesome
Bangke,
opponents psychotic
bangke.
and erased any trace.
Tes. Wah, giliran like media, Pak. Mati, Pak. Oke. Mati listrik lagi enggak, Pak? Mati internet ya? Mungkin lawak sih kalau udah kayak mati lampu turut. Enggak, sekarang gue di prank like media ya.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't
Aman
even
ya.
bother.
Oke, aman ya.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival.
Wah, si
Those
Shido
who
ini
get in
ambisi
the way
besar
must
banget
be
ya.
eliminated at times. That's the correct way
Nah,
to use the
gila.
metaverse.
Dia bilang katanya cara yang benar untuk gunain metaverse adalah ini ya, dengan menyingkirkan seluruh lawan dia.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects, prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
Wah, anjir.
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception.
When the Phantom
Gila,
Thieves
gila.
emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Gila. Jadi Phantom
Even
Thief
the
jadiin kambing
government
hitam
parties have
buat
begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
waduh.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister.
Dia mau jadi Perdana
However,
Menteri ya.
inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided.
Wah, nggak bisa. Itu namanya bukan negara yang kuat. Itu namanya Orde Lama. Anda hanya menjadi diktator. Botak.
That is my duty as the chosen one.
Botak. Si botak hanya menjadi diktator.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country. Surely my story will be passed
Terus si
down as a
Akechi.
hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
Si Akechi ini
I
Petrusnya
suppose
si
with
Ido.
your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Botak.
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
Oke guys ya. Itu aja plot twistnya.
Let's do it.
Ya, itu aja ya. Untuk plot twistnya ya. Jadi sekarang kita akan mengincar si Botak dan si Light Yagami wannabe. Ya betul ya. Itu si Akechi itu benar-benar mirip Light Yagami, Pak, sumpah. Gak bohong gue ya. Dia kayak god kompleks gitu ya. Oke. Sip, terima kasih guys. Sebelum ada yang aneh-aneh lagi, gua akan nge-end live stream ini dan ya itu aja ya. Sebentar. Oke guys, terima kasih sudah menonton dan terima kasih sudah setia untuk nyambung setelah tadi mati lampu ya. Terima kasih semuanya sudah tuning di live stream ini. Nanti jam 7 kita akan bermain Guardian Tales dan ya itu aja ya. Oke guys, terima kasih semuanya. Semoga kalian mendapatkan video-videoan. Gua Anakmaganggaming, absent out. Thank you guys. See you on the next live stream di jam 7. Bye bye.